Hey YouTube, I'm back on the trailer build. Thought I'd come out and give you guys a little tour. Finished up putting the siding on the top. Siding on the front. I don't know if I've had siding on the front the last time I showed you guys. I did some work on the inside. See that angle there? Got one of those fold out beds. Put some flooring in. Getting ready to side it. It was a little hot today. The siding got really hot. I'll wait till early in the morning and then I'll work on the siding tomorrow. You see the back this way. So it's coming right along. It's just about ready. It's pretty much ready for the siding. We put the shelves in the back of the kitchen and get some fenders on it and they'll be ready to go. Hey YouTube, I'm back on the trailer build. I'm starting to put the aluminum on. I got one piece on the back of the trailer and I'm going to start putting them on the sides and the top and the front. Give you a look at the back here. See, I went a little crazy on the caulk, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Here's some of the tools I'm using. I'm using a saber saw. I got a sawzall with a mellow blade. A couple cutters here. And then if it comes to it, I can get a cutoff wheel. Taping it in place, using jigs. That's pretty much it. I'll show you how I cut the aluminum for the side of the trailer. I got a picnic table and I cut a couple small tables set up, clamping it here. Got a 35-pound kettlebell, a 45-pound kettlebell. They got like rubber bottom so it won't scratch. You just set it down straight on it. You can put something under it if you needed to. And a table here and a couple clamps. So what I do is I measure the length that I'm going to cut, snap a chalk line, and then I follow the chalk line with a marker, so because the chalk line will just kind of like disappear as the aluminum vibrates. Then I get on there and I cut it. I learned this from another guy on YouTube. I put some material on here to keep it from scratching the aluminum. Learned a lot from that guy. I'm not going to mention his name, but he knows who he is. I'm back on the trailer build. I got all the aluminum on the sides. I got the trim on, and now I got to cut out for the doors and the window and the fan. Give you a little tour here. See the side here, the aluminum. Got these holes drilled out to draw a line around for the door. I'll use that same cardboard template and mark between the holes and then just cut it out with a saber saw. I have a piece of diamond plate I'm going to put on the front, but I think I'm going to paint it black. I got it primered right now, drying. This door hole is cut out, ready to go. The back door has been in for quite a while. And that's pretty much it on the trailer build. This piece of diamond plate over here, it's going to go on the front. I'm going to let it dry for a couple more hours. I primered it and I'm going to put some black spray paint on it. I think black and the aluminum will contrast nice. out on the trailer build. I did kind of a marathon run. I worked for about 16 hours on it a couple days ago. So I just give you a tour here. Got the diamond plate put on. Got the door put on. The rain channel's on here. Everything's on. Should be really good. I used a layer of Bela tape. These taillights here. Taillights, turn signal. There's no backup lights, I don't think, just a taillight turn signal. The other door's on. It's ready to go. Took it for a ride. It pulls real nice with the aluminum on and the extra weight. I'm drilling out in here for the fan. It's going to go in 4 holes and then mark it, put the fan in. Don't have the fan in yet. I'm working on that. Did some of the wiring. It's coming along pretty good. It's just about ready to camp. Back on the trailer build to give you a little update on the build here. Got all the metal on, all the trim on, diamond plate on the front, the fan up in the top. I don't have the trim on in here yet. Had a family member help me with the electrical. I welded in I wired in a converter, or we wired in a converter. Got it working. Got 12 volt 110. What I'm working on today is going to put the bike rack on. So I found this converter here. This was hooked to here, and I cut this off. And then I fitted up this piece, and then the bike rack's going to go in here. It's going to hold 2 bikes on the front of the tongue. I already tested this to make sure when I turn I don't hit the bikes, especially with the rolling lock hitch. So I put this on with some C-clamps and a strap and some duct tape and tested it out to make sure it works. Then I'm going to put a kayak roof rack on it. I have some materials in here. I got some long bars and some plate steel and some ends, a piece of rubber. Have these long bars here. And I'm going to cut these down for roof racks. They're about 1/8 inch, I think, maybe. 1/8 inch steel. They're pretty heavy for a roof rack, but you measured up for and these plates are the same thickness, 1/8 inch. I'll cut these down and drill 3 holes in them and screw it to the side of the trailer. I'm going to use this piece of rubber for a gasket between, and probably cut these in half and weld them on the ends with some bolt holes or some spot to lash down. And then on the back of the trailer down below, I'll have another receiver hitch. I have this thing here. I'm not going to weld it on, but I'm going to fabricate a couple pieces of angle iron that are 2 inches with holes drilled in them. And you can pop it up underneath there, and you'll be able to bolt this in place. And then you can put a basket on the back to carry a generator or an extra cooler or whatever you want to put on there. Or you can put another bike rack on the back, but you can't really see the bikes from the front, so it's hard to carry them on the back. You can't keep an eye on stuff, so you got to have something that's pretty secure. That's all I got for today. Give you an update on the trailer build. I got the bike rack hitch on. Put the bike rack on there temporarily till I put a little primer on it and hit it with some spray paint. Fabricated up the kayak rack and I have it up on there. I'm going to tack weld it in place and then take it off and weld some more tie down spots on the top. Guess I can take you through that if you're interested. See how much I get done today. It's been raining out. It poured rain. Everything's tight inside, no leaks. So what I do for the top of the kayak rack, or I put these swivels on here, or these D-rings. I got them tacked on, and then you can strap between this D-ring and this D-ring here is 30 inches, and you can put the strap through, and it holds the kayak on here real secure. Then you just put a piece of like a pool noodle or something, or some foam on the rack in between. Those are tacked on, and those work pretty good for putting the straps through to hold it to the kayak, hold the kayak to the rack. I also have this receiver hitch here, and this is going on the back for additional gear to put one of those baskets on the back. So this goes up under here like this, and it's going to bolt in place. I may weld it in place if I want it to stay on permanently, but I can run got holes drilled in here for bolts, and I can put a rack on the back.